You know I'm a big Ohio nigga. A lot of niggas know me in Ohio and they love me in Ohio, man.
BVO, my brother, what's up with you, King? Salute to my brother BVO.
What's up, guys? Chris Algieri here. Big shout out to BVO Sports TV.
What's the deal? It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs, two-time heavyweight champion of the Raw. I want to give a shout out to BVO TV.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
What up? This Coach Bernard Hackett, and I'm rocking with BVO Sports TV, where they bring you the real with no fluff.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Miss BVO, what's that?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BVO Sports TV, man. The Asiatic one, man. Shut by God. I'm in the house, man, with my guy, man, Pride. Shout out to everybody showing up in the chat early. My brother Yoda, my man Young Free, and of course my man Young Juan G. We in the house early, man. This is STN Strong. We're gonna bring some brothers in if they want to come through. But we got a big show today. This is something I was looking at, and I want to talk about this because we want to talk about real promotion. Now, everybody gave my man Mike and Danny Garcia so much hell for the people not showing up for the event in Barclays Center, right? I think it was the Fairway to Brooklyn. I think Danny was saying that was gonna be his last fight in Brooklyn. And I think what's missing so much in boxing, truth to my brother Ken, what's so missing in boxing is that a lot of guys don't know in the business of boxing that it's about relationships. Like when we look at what's going on with PBC, it's not so much that Sylvia's not doing a good job. It's the fact that now it's not Al. I just think that sometimes people have great relationships when it comes to real promoting. And I think what Rolly was pointing out when it came to Devin and Bill is that Bill probably gets with those local promoters who have the licenses that you need and just put them a part of the show. That's why you always see like a Chitlin Circuit promotion company, with a so-called, bigger one, because they don't necessarily have the license to actually put the show on. But let me ask you guys this. Do you think that Rolly exposed Bill Haney about this, or do you think people already knew that Bill more or less is a promoter just in title and nature, not so much actually promoting real fights? What do you guys think?
I don't think Rolly know what he's talking about. I take that back. Rolly knows what he's talking about, but I think it's something a little bit more deeper than that, BVO. Something went wrong that turned sour, and Dev didn't want to do it. I believe it was about guaranteed money. Devin and them Haneys, they want upfront money. And that's what they're used to. So that's probably why that deal fell.
Yeah, I mean, I think where the miscommunication breaks down at the fact that they wanted the promotion portion of the fight, but they wasn't putting up any money towards the fight. And I mean, a lot of time, we've seen Devin Haney. He's been a co-promoter in a lot of his fights. But I don't think that PBC wanted to do that deal. They wanted, if you wanted to get the promotion portion, they wanted you to be able to put up something. And they were saying, basically, as a promoter, if you want to get the promotion portion of this deal, your obligation is to pay your fighter. We'll pay our fighter. And they wanted PBC to pay for both fighters. And I just think PBC wasn't willing to do that type of deal, because they looking at the situation, they're putting up all the money, and Devin Haney and them is just reaping the reward of being a promoter but not putting up anything as a promoter. So I think that's where the breakdown came along. I don't think it was anything wrong with what Devin and Bill Haney was asking for because they've done that in the past and they was able to get it. So I don't think it was anything wrong because they are a promotion company. They're not a promotion company like PBC that has a large stable or match room, but they are a promotion company. They do have fighters under their banner. It's just PBC wasn't willing to do that deal with them.
Yeah, and the reason, and I want to hear from my brother Insane on this before I go. Go ahead, Insane.
Top of the morning to all the brothers. First,
Insane, what up?
What's going on with y'all? I hope y'all doing well this morning. The thing about it is like this. Promotion is so easy now. You can get so much airtime now with free promotion due to the internet, due to appearing on these shows. It's a lot of things that you can do. Now, in the situation with Rolly Romero speaking on what's going on with his fight with him and Devin Haney, there's not a lot of truth there, right? So him exposing anything, you can't expose how a person already has done business and been doing business with other promotions, such as Top Rank Promotions, such as doing work with Eddie Hearn and his camp. So the Haney's been doing business a certain type of way, and that business model actually been working. So why when we get to the PBC, we have to change anything now? The PBC will be the big backer of the events. You know, they will pay the lions of the they'll pay the lump sum of the promotional fees up front. Now, the issue with Rolly and Devin Haney was a $1.5 million 50-50 split. And it doesn't work like that with doing business. So PBC has been going down, PBC been going down for years now. We're starting to see that they have no money and nobody to promote. But when we're talking about promotion in 2026, we have the internet, we got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, and all these sites are free. You have a big name like Devin Haney, all he has to do is show up and put a mic in his face and he's going to promote, So that's mine on that. I sit back.
I'll say this. Shout out to my brother Insane and Puerto Rican Free and my man Prize coming through. I'm open to panel after I get through with these couple topics. But I'll say this. The reason I think people don't understand what real promotion is because the Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora fight was on Misfits. And my homie that runs Misfits, I wouldn't say he's a big broadcaster, but you see that he put the fight on, him and his people put the fight on with Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora on Misfits. I don't think people understand that would be considered like an off-brand offshoot. That wasn't like a name brand place that put that fight on, and I feel like people still enjoyed it. So my whole thing is this. When I hear Rolly saying what he's saying, I think what Rolly's saying is true. Yeah, I don't think Devin and Bill are actually a promoter. I think they just say that because it sounds good, because at the end of the day, you got to get licenses. And you got to go to these different states and get these licenses. You can't just say, oh, I'm a promoter. And I mean, the license is expensive. Like, I always say this. The fact that Danny Garcia and his partner put that fight on in Brooklyn and they spent their own money, paid everybody, and we had a great event, every concession stand was open. Prize to tell you, PD will tell you, everybody that was there seeing it, every concession stand was open, everything was open like it was supposed to. And Danny Garcia put his money up. I don't think that the model that Bill and them are talking about, I don't think they want to put money up. I don't think so. Because when you're a promoter, you get paid last, to be honest with you. I've been hearing since I've been on YouTube for probably about 5 years. We doing the channel about 3. And I'll say this, the thing that make me laugh the most is when people say PBC is broke. I've been hearing that so long, I can't tell you. I've been since PBC was accepted back in the day, I've been hearing that they was broke. I don't think that's true. When you hear anybody that ever does business with Al say, Al owes us no money. Al doesn't do this. Al doesn't owe us that. Al doesn't owe us. I don't think Al owes any money. I don't. I mean, if they were broke, how could they be broke and they just had Tank Davis? They just had Errol Spence. Every notable name under heavyweight was pretty much with PBC. So I guess for me, I feel like it's more like a I don't know. I just feel like it's just all talk, man, when they talk about PBC and being broke. What would you guys say to that?
But BVO, we clearly see the model of PBC is not working, and we clearly see that they are broke. We see them saying that
How
they're
can you be
booking.
broke with Errol Spence? You don't think Errol Spence made a lot of money when this nigga was fighting in Dallas Cowboy Stadium?
When the last time Errol Spence fought?
What was that, 20? What was that, 22? Or was it 20?
They're saying the
2026.
Fundora Keith Thurman fight did pretty good. That's what they're saying.
BVO, them boys ain't been fighting like that, and everybody's been complaining that they're broken. They're not getting paid over there on PBC. And you said something about the Haneys that I have to acknowledge. I have to shine a light on. But you say they're not a promotional company. They don't pay. We've seen Devin Haney on video, and you can actually look this up, telling fighters, hey, you don't have to worry about them paying you. I'll pay you. I'll pay both the persons. You know, we've seen that before, and Devin Haney is a promoter with fighters under him. Am I correct about that, or am I wrong? Or did I not see what I said?
Do we still have fighters? I thought the guys that he had went to MVP. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm being serious. I thought the guys he had went to MVP.
My last hope, I remember like maybe one or two went there, but I know Devin Haney still has the promotional company and still the promotional backing and was willing to pay out of his pocket his fighters. And we have that on video. But the thing about the PBC model, them boys ain't been fighting. Them boys ain't been booking venues. Nothing's been going on for the PBC. That's why when they lost all their network deals, that everything has to be on pay-per-view. Now they have a deal with Prime TV, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon Prime, correct?
Yeah.
Which for distribution, they still have no budget. This is where the PBC is struggling at right now. This is where the PBC is struggling at. So to say a promotional company has money and they have backing, the PBC is showing a horrible job at it because they're showing that they are broke. They are going through financial difficulties. My bad, Price, for interrupting you.
I don't think that is true. I think people use that as an excuse. When people say PBC doesn't have money, PBC's been using the same business model the entire time of their existence. They give you a small guarantee, you make the money on the back end. Because what a lot of people don't understand is some of these fighters are asking for money that they are not generating. And PBC is in the business to make money, not to lose money. So if you got a fighter that's only generating, I'm just using as an example, you got a fighter that's only generating $1.5 million at their live game, but they're coming to you and say they want to fight a such and such or a Devin Haney or Tank Davis, and they want $5 million. We're not going to give you $5 million and you only generated 1.5 when we got another fighter that's going to ask for more than what you asking for, and he generates more money. He generates more money, so we got to pay him more because we know what his numbers do. But your numbers don't reflect what you're asking for. So what we want to do is we want to give you a small guarantee. 1.5 is what your guarantee is going to be. We want to put you on pay-per-view. If your fans buy that pay-per-view, then you will get the back-end money. If your fans don't buy the pay-per-view, you will get your guarantee, 1.5. That's it. And that's what PBC has always been doing. And it's never been an issue with PBC business model until certain fighters get in position to fight a PBC fighter. Then they want to say, oh, PBC is broke. We heard that same saying when it was Bud Crawford and Earl Spence. Oh, PBC is broke. PBC don't want to pay Bud Crawford. It wasn't that PBC didn't want to pay Bud Crawford. They didn't want to pay Bud Crawford the money he was asking for. Not that they didn't want to pay him. They had money to pay him, but he was asking for a certain amount. So PBC said, okay, well, look, if that's the case, we're going to give you this guarantee and you go put the fight on, or we're not going to do a guarantee at all for either one of y'all, and y'all put the fight on, y'all get y'all money on the back end. But PBC ended up folding because Earl said, no, I want this fight. Do what you got to do to make this fight. And PBC ended up folding, and they did it, and they made the money.
Free, can I ask you a question, Free? Free, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
But and I hear exactly what you're saying. Right? So I have to lower my value on what I believe I'm worth for fighting a top fighter like Earl Spence. I can't ask you for what I believe I'm worth when dealing with the PBC. Now the PBC been getting over on fighters with this method and model that they have. But you see Top Rank, they give out guarantees. People just want guarantees for the fight. And just because I'm coming over here as a Top Rank fighter doesn't mean I have to lower my value to help you out.
No,
That's why the
I'm
PBC
not
don't
saying
have fighters now.
I'm
Go
not
ahead, my
saying
bad, Fred.
lower
I just
your
had to ask that
value.
question.
I'm not saying you lowering your value, but see, the thing is, people overvalue themselves when they fight certain individuals on PBC. They overvalue themselves. It's not that you're lowering your value. When you're coming to the table, you're overvaluing. So you're saying you only generating $2 million. You only generating $2 million, but now you're fighting a guy on PBC. You want $8 million. No, we're not giving you no $8 million. You don't generate $8 million. Why am I going to sit here and put up a fight where you're getting $8 million and I got to pay this other guy a certain amount of money, and we possibly can lose money? When you do that, you don't make any money. That's the reason why you see now Turkey's not giving out those big guarantees anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing that at the very beginning. Now he ain't doing that no more. We heard what Shakur said. Oh, he guaranteed me a certain amount of money. Now he went back on his word when it's time for me to make the fight. We've seen Turkey done this a few fighters. Few fighters said they didn't get their money until they had to fight and fuss for the money. So it's not in a smart business model to give fighters a certain amount of money because they asked for it. No, that's why it's called negotiation. Yes, you can ask for whatever you want to ask for. That doesn't mean they have to give it to you. When you dealing with these big companies, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna look at the numbers. How much money do you normally generate? How much money does this guy normally generate? And how much do we think we can make combined together? If the money ain't calculated correctly, they're gonna say, no, we can't do that. We can do this.
I'll bring my guy in. What's going on, Yoda? How you feeling, man?
What is happening? Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. It's a beautiful strategy.
Hey, give me your thoughts on this whole thing.
Hey, man. Well, we know the sport is about money, and it's about business. This is something that, a lot of us always talk about. Some people think, otherwise, but this is the situation where we're in now, when it's really about money. These guys want to cash in and cash out, but what they realized they got to know if they're worth it or not. And really, money problem is because these guys are not challenging themselves. How you expect to ask and demand a certain amount of cash, but you ain't ready to bet on your ass? You understand what I'm saying? So that's a part of it. And then it don't make the business good. I mean, when people can see that, I don't think I really want to invest in this like that or this fighter, it's because of the actions and the things that are going on in the sport. So, people want to be right with the money. Everything else that, you're going to make the money from got to be right. The opponent and everything. But if the money ain't right, the sides disagree. It's a money problem. So, they got to fix the money because we here for the bag. We're not here for hardware. It's called prize fighting. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're here for. And a lot of these guys are starting to realize it. I mean, they've been new. They were just going with the other narrative. Oh, I'm just out for legacy. This is about money. Legacy or not, it's about money. Nobody say I want a legacy and no damn money. Ask these guys that have belts and never generate any damn money. So it's about money, man. So that's why I say these guys in boxing today, they some poor hustlers. Because if they were some true hustlers trying to get at that bag, they will be challenging themselves, not taking shortcuts, easy baked oven route, and gotta ask for this and ask for that, all these stipulations. That's the damn problem. That's the problem we have, man. And they want to get paid for putting in less labor. That's what it is.
I'll say this. Shout out to my brother, Coach Julio Sanchez. He came on the show the other day, and he was in. He came up under Eddie Futch. His dad worked for Eddie Futch. His grandfather did some promoting in Atlantic City. He told me something I didn't even know. Did you guys know that Saad Muhammad was doing roofing when he was in his older age to survive? The former light heavyweight champion Saad Muhammad was doing
Yes.
roofing to take care of himself.
Yeah. I knew that here in Philly. I knew that
Go
here in
ahead.
Philly because a lot of the OGs that boxed and stuff professionally, and in the gyms, he's known well here in Philly. Put in a lot of work, did a lot of work with guys. So you gotta do what you gotta do, man. But at least he's doing something, BVO. We got guys that's champions out here, guys who, made legacy fights no matter if they got washed or not. But they not even out here doing that. So at least he still have enough faculties that's still functional to where he can work. Because we have fighters out here they damage control and they can't even work. Dudes can't even go to the bathroom and urinate without having a problem. So at least he's still making a mean for himself, because I don't really feel hard on Dire Straits, man. And it's a shame, it's a sad reality here, but hey, you gotta manage your money right. I don't care if it's a small amount of dollars. We see a lot of people start out small and turn into big money. So you gotta do something right with the money that you get in, no matter the amount. Sad.
And I say that not so much about him not taking care of himself. I just say that because I think in boxing we forget that these guys, man, when they get out the sport, some of them really do struggle, man. Some of them guys really do struggle. Now, everybody ain't like Uncle Reggie, who got a Rolls Royce with a porte cochere in a 6-bedroom house in Houston. Everybody ain't like him. Everybody's not like him. But I ask you guys this, and I'm gonna start with my brother Insane. When you see a lot of the fights that you want to see not happening, does it discourage you as a boxing fan? Because I know you came over from basketball where you get to see the matchups. You're gonna see the Lakers play the Cavs. You're gonna see the Orlando. You're gonna see Boston play the New York Knicks. What do you think about you being new to boxing and not getting the big matchups? What would you say?
Can you give me? Could you come to me next?
Oh, go ahead. But what do you think about it, Free and Prize? We still not getting big matchups, man. What do you guys think about it? Because they're giving Xander all this credit because he's giving us a decent matchup. What you guys think?
I don't think we're not getting matchups. I think we're getting a lot of matchups. I think what people not getting the fight that they want to see per se. And it's only really a couple of fights.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of fights that people are missing out on. It's only a couple of fights. But the thing is, you can't say we're not getting good fights or anything like that. Because the Jerome Simmons versus Xander Zayas is a good fight. That's a good fight. It's not a mediocre fight. It's not a fight that people are not interested in. It's a good fight. Because you can't say a young guy like Xander Zayas, 23 years old, unified, and a guy like Jerome Simmons, 28 years old, that's a former unified champion, is not a good fight. These are two of the upcoming star names in the sport of boxing, and they're fighting. Xander Zayas fighting these guys early in his career. Xander Zayas wanted to fight the Virgil Ortiz. He wanted to fight the Sebastian Fundora. He wasn't able to get those guys because those guys chose to go other directions. It wasn't the promotion company's fault that those guys didn't get in the ring with him. It was those guys decided to go elsewhere to make more money for the fight. Now you're getting him with Jerome Simmons, which I think is a very good fight. It's not the fight that people wanted to see, like the Jerome versus Virgil Ortiz, but that's not on Jerome. That's not on Xander Zayas. It's still a good fight between those guys. I think we're getting a lot of the fights. I think a lot of times people want certain fights when they want them, and they don't understand that. And Eddie Hearn, like I said the other day, Eddie Hearn exposed all of the promoters. He let it be known. If he was the promoter of Xander Zayas, he would have kept him away from Jerome Simmons. This is what promoters do. When you got young, upcoming stars, they try to preserve those stars as long as they can until they can't do it anymore. And because it's good for their business. It's not good to have a young, upcoming star get in a fight where there's a good chance that young, upcoming star is going to lose. They want to try to make as much money off that fighter as they can. And I think a lot of times it's not in the best business for these fights to happen when we want them to happen. It's in the best business for these fights to linger on so they can maximize their dollars.
What would you say to that, Prize? What's your thoughts on it, dog?
Say it again.
I said, what's your thoughts on everything when it comes to these fights? Us not getting
I mean,
certain
I
fights.
feel like we get into some fights. I mean, like it was Pro Box had on some decent fights last night. That's getting fights. The Free just told you we getting Duran and the young bull Xander. That's a good fight. And then we gotta wait to see what's happening. Fondor just beat Keith Thurman. We'll see what happens with him. I'm pretty sure he'll be in a good fight. So you got Earl coming back. That's gonna be big. If he comes back, it's gonna be all eyes on him. So yeah, I feel like we getting some good fights. Who else we got? I don't know. It's Charlo running around here going crazy. I don't know what's up with them. Maybe they come back and mix it up, make it exciting. You got Caballero. You got Caballero. He's pretty exciting. Y'all love him, right? It's some guys. Gula, he in the mix. You got Keyshawn and Shakur. We got to see. Shakur just came off a fight. We just got to fight. Shakur and Tio. I know a lot of people didn't ask for it, but it still was a big fight. So we got to see what Shakur going to do. We got the Abdullah. We got Young Bulls. We got to see what Cremel's going to do. It's going to be some fights, bro. Just be patient.
For me, is it on me, BVO?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, coming over from the sport of basketball and watching football and growing up on basketball my whole life, where you couldn't duck no smoke, right? You can't duck nothing. You know what I'm saying? If that team is on the schedule 3 times, you got to face that team on the schedule 3 times. Now, when I converted over to boxing, I've been watching boxing for a while since I was a young boy. So my thing is, when I see boxing, I'm like, you see a lot of ducking going on. Like you see this guy ducking this guy ducking this guy. In this sport right here, it's okay because, this is my favorite fighter over here. I don't think that he should fight this fighter over here. Or this dude ain't did nothing and this guy has been at the pinnacle. Well, in the sport of boxing, the sport of basketball, I don't care if they won 6 NBA titles. They got to go see that rookie in them that just came from Memphis State or Murray State or, San Diego State or USC. They got to go over there and see them. Kobe Bryant couldn't say, I'm a 3-time NBA champion. LeBron James just came out of high school. I'm not going to match up with Bron. No, we got to do this. We got to mix this up. Now, in this sport, like I say, to me, it's a piss poor sport. For the simple fact is, it's not even about the fighting anymore. It's more race related and racial tension when it comes down to these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get the Lakers, they can lose to the Cavaliers, right? But then per se, you get a Devin Haney who beats Vasily Lomachenko, and all you hear is, he didn't beat Loma, they robbed him. When we clearly seen the outcome of the fight. We clearly seen the outcome of Tio and Shakur Stevenson, and you got to get a lot of backlash from that. So all the ducking, the amount of ducking that I see in the sport of boxing, this is why it's not even top 10, you know what I'm saying, in America or anywhere else in the world, because of everything that goes on in politics behind boxing. What they need to do is make it like a regular league, make it like a league where you match these guys up and they have to fight. No way out. You get these promoters, Eddie Hearns, and you get Bob Arum and all the rest of these guys, and they go on ESPN and they go on all these other websites or whatever and social sites, and they talk about how my fighter doesn't have to fight this fighter, how my fighter doesn't have to fight this fighter. Let's talk about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. These guys were champions. They were supposed to fight for undisputed. Yet the business of boxing and Eddie Hearn and the way Anthony Joshua felt kept him away from fighting for the biggest fight in his life. So then we see Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk have that fight. Whether it been the 83 Lakers and the 83 Celtics, they would have had to go get that in the finals. It does not matter. You have to meet up in different sports, which makes the sport respectable. And that's all I got on that.
Hey, man, great Cook. You made a lot of great points in this thing.
Uh-huh.
A lot of great points. And add on real quick. That's the thing that's wrong with boxing. That's why it's not even in the top 10. I think it's still in the bottom of the top 20 time we check.
It's still my favorite, Crash. I don't give a damn what rank it is. You feel me?
No. It's all our favorite.
I'm going to I got ringside seats to the fights tonight in Philly. I'm outside.
Yeah. But We just talking about where it's ranked at overall. We know what it cares to us. That's my favorite sport, but we just talking about where it's at business wise in reality. But the thing is, the reason why it's not like that, because what it's saying just said and what we've been saying for the longest, these guys are not challenging themselves, and these promoters not making them challenge themselves. Now I hear everybody say, well, the manager and the promoter supposed to work for the fighter. But these fighters be talking like they work for the promoter. Well, you know, I gotta ask Bob. I gotta see what Eddie's gonna do. I gotta see what over here is gonna do. So if they work for the fighters, then why the fighters are talking like they work for the damn promoters? Y'all hear it every single day. So you know who that got to fall on? That got to fall on the fighter, because I ain't taking a lackable day off if you're supposed to be working for me. If I want a certain fight, you're going to get it for me. If not, you getting fired. I'm stepping off. And these guys are still sticking around with these promoters, knowing they're not getting the fights that they want. So when we look at where the blame goes, it got to go on both of them. Because your general manager ain't gonna play with you, BBO, if you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing at work. You supposed to be managing, you ain't managing nothing. You're fired, you're getting replaced.
That's a fact.
So that's why it makes it more of a duck move when these guys are not making the people who's supposed to work for them do as they say. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. You don't want to give me this, dog? I get my lawyers, this, that, and the other. I'm out of here. Tighten up. Floyd Mayweather, okay, Bob. You don't want to, I'm out of here. Here, I'll pay my way out. Crawford should have did the same thing. But we ain't going to get into that. It'll be a whole nother conversation. But that's the problem, and it needs to be some stipulations in here. It's mandated that you have to challenge yourself. Ain't no shortcuts. Ain't no easy passes just because you got endorsements and all. No, you're going to challenge yourself. Stop all this nonsense with, because I got a belt at 35, I can go up to 40 and fight a champion. No, only the champions at 140 should be fighting the other champions at 140, not you coming up with 35 because you got a belt. No, when you get there, I don't care what you did in the other weight class. You ain't a champion at weight class, so you got to contend. This is what's wrong with boxing. People carry this narrative, oh, once you're a champion, you're already a champion. No, you go into a whole nother weight class, you're not a champion in that weight class. Contend, knuckle. That's what's wrong with boxing. That's why it's messing up the fashion. That's why the money can't really be the money that we all think that the money is. Because these simple facts. And then if we out here and we the only ones that's talking about the sport of boxing, we need to be putting this into the atmosphere much more. And I'm putting my neck on these fighters because we can hear conversation. I don't want to hear. I want to see what he said. I'm on their neck. They supposed to work for you. They supposed to work for you. I'm not trying to hear that. These guys are lame. They soft. They really don't want to challenge themselves, and they be overrating themselves. They oversaturated. It's messing up the sport of boxing. The promoters and the boxers, they are guilty. I'm laying it down. They need to get it straight.
I'll say this: when it comes to that, y'all mute up when I'm talking.
Somebody got to.
We got to mute up. I think the thing that happens is when we talking about boxing, man, it's a frustrating sport because it should be a lot bigger than it is. It should be a lot more coverage than it is. Look at my brother Jay Will always showing love. It should be a lot better than it is. It's probably, to me, boxing is one of those sports where it's got so much potential, but I honestly think it'll never really reach it. Because I'm gonna tell you something funny. Now, we have real people in the sport that come on and explain to you about what's really going on. And sometimes people don't support that. Sometimes people don't want to look at the people who actually in the sport. Like, where else can you see Uncle Stitch come on a regular basis? Where can you see somebody like Julio Sanchez, who's been in the boxing gyms for 30 years, came up under Eddie Futch, his dad, grandfather, all were in boxing. That's what. And then he got his son in boxing. We're talking about 4 generations in boxing. Then we have, my guy, personal friend of mine, Bernard Hackett, who came up under Gary Russell Sr. How many people y'all even know, even associated to the Russells that don't got the last name Russell. But we bring these guys up here. People don't always want to hear that. People like to hear propaganda and BS. I'll tell you that right now. That's something I learned. Like, you get people like when we have Bernie the Boxer, you know, on B3 show. We get real people from the industry to tell you how it goes. But people want to hear lies and half truths, man.
Yeah, it's
No
crazy.
matter how it go with boxing, guess what, bro? It's a matter of these guys don't make the money and don't get the attention you think. And Insane is one my guy. Insane to tell you this, yes, we all like Devin. We all like Tank. But these dudes are virtually unknown. If they came into the clubs, these guys are unknown. If you ask me if Anthony Edwards comes to the club, Stephon Diggs comes to the club, and Devin and Tank come to the club, who's going to be recognized? You tell me that right now, Insane. Just give me a quick answer. Who they going to know? Stephon Diggs, Anthony Edwards. Who they going to know?
The guys in the bigger leagues, the NBA and the NFL, they're going to know those players off the top because
That's
the
a fact.
NFL is a worldwide thing, and the NBA is a worldwide thing, and they push their young talent. That's what boxing don't do. And BBO, can I say one more thing real fast? I want to talk about building the fighter, right? So we talk about promotions and things like that, but the same way you have a fighter in training camp and he's training to work his way up to the top, that's the same way these promoters need to get out here and build their fighters. We don't even have built fighters no more. We ain't got nobody coming from the ground up. We don't see that no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Why these promoters ain't having these dudes come on BBO Sports TV and talk, come through these YouTube streets. The YouTube streets run it. YouTube is bigger than ESPN, if you ask me. That's going to reach more homes. These guys need to get out here and promote themselves. These promoters need to do their job. There's no off-season when it comes to promotion. Just like the NBA and NFL, they partner with other people. They constantly put these players out here. These players in the NBA and the NFL have their own podcasts. Why these boxers don't have their own podcasts? These dudes need to come out here and they need to promote themselves because nobody is knowing them. And exactly what you just said. If Ant-Man walk into the club, everybody gonna know Ant-Man. Now, per se, Tank Davis walk in that club, it's gonna be probably 10% that know who that is. But when Ant-Man come in there, everybody know who Ant-Man is. Because the NBA is good at promoting their players, and that's what boxing need to do. Get on some promotions. I don't care if the channel was big or small. Get there. If it's 100 people in your chat, that's 100 people that know your face now, that know your name now. If it's 1 million people in the chat, that's 1 million new people that know your face and your name now. Put yourself out there. Just do it like Nike. Promote the right way. Promote. I land my plane.
I say this, man. I'm gonna bring everybody in, especially Free, and I see my man Marky Dan the Sterling is in here. So to my man Aircraft Carrier, I'm gonna tell you this, man. What he's saying, what Insane is saying, is so true. I think I've heard Crush say that. I think I heard Free say that. It's no, and this is what I'm gonna tell you. So we go to the fights, right? And I'm gonna expose it. We went to the fights, and we wanted to get an interview with Emiliano Vargas, right? Emiliano Vargas say, "Call my lawyer." What the F for? Who knows you enough for you to say that? You see what I mean? Can you imagine that?
Yours
Can you
on Bad
imagine
Bunny halftime show.
I'm not going to listen. No, this is before the halftime
that's
show.
true.
This is before the halftime show. This is last year while you being a smart ass. This is last year when nobody knew the nigga.
Tell you asked the question.
No, this is last year. This is before the Super Bowl. We went up to him. I'm not gonna tell you who was with me because I don't know if they want to be a part of what I'm saying. And the nigga told me, "You gotta call my lawyer." And I said, "Why?" He said, "That's how I do business." I said, "Bro, what are you talking about?" And we kind of had I'm not gonna get into the conversation because it ended up being a great conversation after. But at the end of the day, man, I just think people have an inflated sense of importance when it comes to boxing. It just do. The fighters do. It's not just us. It's the fighters. You got Abdullah Mason going to Quicken Loans Fieldhouse, no Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and guess what? I'm in Cleveland. Nobody knows and no one cares. That's the hard part about boxing. I'm the only one in my city. I'm telling everybody, "Oh, yeah, we got to be down here for this Abdullah Mason." But everybody like, who? Huh?
Nah.
It's just no. I'm telling you. See, the difference is with most people. I can be honest.
I can be honest. I was at the Danny Garcia fight where he put his own cheese up. It was empty in there, bro. It was
What up,
empty.
Bruce?
It was empty in there. You get people say what they want. That Keith Thurman Fondora fight, it was empty in there, man. They sold 38,000 tickets at $80. 38,000 pay-per-views at $80 a pop is roughly $3 million. They lost money right there because guess what? They both had. I think Fondora had a $5 million purse. I think Keith had a $3 million purse. So we already lost money at that. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the numbers ain't mathing to what it is. These guys might have a couple things, because I know what it's like when you got a couple things. Like if you got a couple nice cars you can get in, you got a nice home, you might feel a little bit bigger than you are. But these dudes is not as popular as you think. They're not, and they never have been. And that's the part that's hurting boxing. These dudes thinking they some super duper stars, and they not. They not. If I can guarantee you this, if let's take this out of it. If our wives or women that we're dating seen Abdullah Mason or seen Devin Haney walking by, would they know who they are?
No.
Anybody can answer that. Would they know who they are?
No.
Well, my wife would know who Devin is for sure. You know,
Yeah, I know who Devin is.
That's because you rock.
You know what a girl asked me the other day, BBO? She said,
"You got an echo, Mark. You got an echo, Mark. It's coming from you." Go ahead and come back. Go get everybody else hop back in this.
Can I say one thing, BBO, real fast?
Go ahead.
The thing about boxing that irritates me the best is, like I say, like when these guys at the top feel like they can't fight a dude in the middle of the pack or a rookie. I seen a rookie Peyton Manning come in for the Indianapolis Colts, right? And he played a Ray Lewis led defense. Them people didn't say, "Oh no, that's Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, and all them dudes over there." Now that's a powerhouse defense. We ain't playing our guy because he ain't ready. Put him out there and see what he can do. Put him out there. I seen Tom Brady step in for Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah, he did.
"Oh, Tom ain't ready for this." Man, put him out there. Put him out there.
Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got. Bro, get out there. Bro, it's not about a win or a loss, bro. It's putting yourself out there. These dudes are scared. These dudes are scared to get out there and get it in. But then when you get on the gridiron, them dudes ain't scared. Them Ashton Genty just played for the Raiders. We don't got no offensive line. He knew that. Put him out there. Let's see what he can do.
And say he looked terrific. I'm gonna tell you something funny. This is me being a football guy. He looked better than advertised.
But they didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna hold him back for a year and see how this go." Put him out there. I remember when Derek Carr started, because the dude that came from Baltimore was supposed to start. Man, put Derek out there and see what Derek can do. Let's see what we spent our money on. This is how you build. This is how you build commercial value. Get out there and get it in the Mexican community, bro. They don't care how many losses they folks got. Put him out there. Canelo against Floyd. Oh yeah, Floyd's a seasoned vet. Put Canelo up in there. Let's see what he got. We still gonna rock with him if he lose. Let's get to business. Let's do business. They let these promoters get in their way and these brands get in their way. Put yourself out there, bro, and get cracking. Get happening. I remember this night, and I'm gonna land my plane on this.
Oh, you talking good, man.
I was watching the Western Conference Finals yesterday, and I think this was David Robinson's year before he retired. The Lakers had swept them in the first round or second round. They had young Tim Duncan out there. They had a vet like Horace Grant at power forward. They got Shaquille O'Neal at center and David Robinson at center. They didn't say, "Oh no, Timmy to you. Timmy can't go against this world champion. He played for the Bulls. He played for the Magic." No, Timmy went out there, played David Robinson. Played Horace Grant, and he played against Shaquille O'Neal. And he was a young boy, and them dudes was established champions at the time. Man, put yourself out there, bro. The NBA do it, soccer do it, tennis do it, hockey do it. Every other sport do it, but you. This ain't the.
But they all got a shield though.
He's speaking facts on that.
No, they all protected by a shield though.
I'm gonna tell you guys this, and then I'm gonna get out the way. I seen it. I'm gonna tell y'all something real. T.O. should have been fought Shakur. It wasn't no maybe. He should have been fought him. Y'all stablemates. Y'all should have been for that 35. But it took Shakur forever to come from 30, and it took T.O. forever to get to 40. I'm telling you, man, it's the fans, and it's the fact that they don't shout to my man and saying that's a classic now. Put him out there.
Put him out there.
It's just that simple, man. Either you gonna be the guy or you not. Because guess what? Y'all can say what y'all want about Xander. His ass is about to fight Boots, and we gonna see if he's the dude. If he's not, he's not. If he is, he is. Because I guarantee
I'm still gonna rock with Xander either way.
Go ahead, Freak.
No, I agree with what Faith said. The only problem that I have with that analogy is the fact that when it comes to football, basketball, hockey, baseball, soccer, those are team sports, so you can kind of cover up some of the flaws that player has at early times in his career. When it comes to the boxer, it's one guy in there, and a lot of times they have managers and they have promoters. They want to, if they invest in money into a single person, not a team, a single person, and so they have to do what's best for their business. Because I heard what Crush said, regardless of how we might think it is, these fighters work for the promoters. They're going to do what the promoters say, not what the fighters say, what the promoters say. You have some fighters that has a big enough name where they can make moves, but for the vast majority, they work for the promoters. The promoters say, okay, this is who we're going to put you in there with. This is who you're going to fight. This is the day that you're going to fight. When it comes to guys like Canelo, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, those type of guys, yes, they can make their own choice and bite back a little bit, but the vast majority doesn't have that clout. But it's a little bit different because you're dealing with an individual sport versus a team sport. When you invest a certain amount of money in a player, you want to put him out there to see what you have, because if he's not what you thought he was, now you got to go back to the draft and draft somebody else, or you got to make a trade and get somebody else and trade him away. When it comes to boxing, it ain't that. The manager has a certain amount of fighters. Some managers might only have that fighter. He's not trading away his fighter. That's the fighter that he got.
You proved this point with that, Free. Let me just say this real quick. This reminds me of David Morrell, and I'm guilty of this too. We said put David in there. We put David in there with David Benavidez. He lost. Then he fought this one guy who I can't remember the guy's name. God gave him hell. and David Morrell doesn't look the same. You know what that tells me? He wasn't what we thought he was.
Yeah, but
it's just that simple. He wasn't.
At the same time, that promoter is losing money on David Morrell now. He's not getting the same money he was getting from David Morrell as he was getting before. So that's why a lot of times you see these promoters, they will hold off before they put their number one guy in the ring with another number one guy. Because they know if this guy loses, I'm not going to be getting the same money that I once was getting from them. And now I got to go find somebody else. And it's not as easy as it is in basketball or football or baseball or hockey. It's not as easy as to find another good fighter.
Free, can I ask you a question, though?
Potentially good fighter.
Yeah, I feel like.
Free, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Them boys.
Free, my thing is this. My bad, prize. I'm gonna end up forgetting. My thing is this real fast. You say you don't want to put your guy out there real fast. You don't want to lose money. Well, what is the amateurs in the Olympics for? Lomachenko had 200 and something fights in the amateurs. Soon as he came in there, soon as he came in there, he lost his second pro fight. Bob Arum didn't get up. Bob Arum threw him right back in there and he won a title. They built Lomachenko by putting him in there. You practice in the amateurs. That's what they're for. You practice in the Olympics. That's what it's for.
But Lomachenko fought in the amateurs till he was, 26?
I knew guys that came out of college at 25.
But what I'm saying is, yes, Bob believed in Lomachenko. He believed in Lomachenko. A lot of times these promoters don't believe in these young fighters. That's why they're grooming them. Once they get to a certain level, then they say, okay, now we're ready to put them in there with certain individuals. But they groom these fighters at an early age. That's why we see a lot of these prospects fighting guys that got like 25 losses with only 6.
But I think what I'm saying,
they don't have no choice but to put Xander in there because I think that was the part of them coming aboard.
No.
I felt like
you're not gonna do that, Pride.
why not?
No, I'm gonna tell you why you're not gonna do that. You seen Xander's ass at the Fundora fight.
Oh.
You seen him there. You seen him there. You seen Xander sign the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz 5 minutes after he got it. He's been trying to get smoked. He's been fighting since he was 16. He's called the smoke man. But nobody want to give him his credit for it. Everybody else
I gave him credit.
Just avoiding big fights. It took Tio until he was 28 to fight Shakur. That's laughable. That's laughable, dog. That's laughable, dog.
Xander Zayas is a few fighters that's like that. He's not the majority guy. Majority guys are going to go with Xander Zayas, and you can probably name a handful of other guys are guys that really want to smoke. They want to get the big names because Xander Zayas has been fighting since he was 16. He's 23 now. He's been fighting for 7 years. He's like, okay, it's time for me to get some better competition. I've been fighting these same level of guys my entire career. Now it's time for me to get some real names on my resume. So it's a little bit different. Yes, he's been fighting since he was 16, but he hasn't been fighting the top level. He's been fighting C-level opponents.
But now, see, that's why Devin and him are so accomplished now. Is because they started early and they took big fights early. You know why? And it's the thing that I'm gonna tell you guys that's funny. Do you guys realize why Jaleel Hackett is getting so much praise and love? It's because he took a super hard fight young. That's why. And then he went. Go ahead.
I mean, this is back at Free or whoever or Prize, whoever. You know what I'm saying? This is no direct attack, right? But you said that the promoters put money behind these fighters, right? We thought Mike Tyson was a monster in his early career, his first 15, 20 fights. And nigga can't even name who that man fought, but he was promoted as the monster who they put money behind. I didn't know who earned Mike fight. I couldn't even tell you. I can't fight till you get to Trevor Burbage. But they put money behind him. They made you believe. So that's what I'm saying behind promotion. It's the way you promote and put behind your fighter. Am I wrong when I say that they had Mike looking like a monster, like the Terminator, before you even knew, before you knew who he fought?
You're not wrong, but you're talking about a different era. It's not the same era. So what they did back then, they're not doing that now. So you can't use the same tactics as what's going on now because it's a different era. These guys are not the same caliber. These guys, I would say 90% of these guys are not being the stars that they are now. They're not the stars in the 80s and the 90s. Those guys are not those guys. The guys that we're dealing with now. So these guys are more, they was raised on similar. The guys from the 80s and the 90s was raised on wrestling. They wasn't raised on similar. So it's a different brand of breed.
You know, and I think that just go back. Shout out to my man is saying with the new classic, put him out there. That's exactly what it go to because that lets you know that these guys wait so long to get big fights that by the time they get them, they're almost out the game. How many times have we seen it with Andre Ward start picking up steam? He beat Kovalev, knocks Kovalev out. We want to see the Adonis Stevenson fight, Superman punch. It don't happen. He said I got so many injuries. We see same thing with Floyd. Floyd heating up. He get 3 belts. Only person left is Mr. Chocolate Brownie Man himself. Did he fight him? No, because he said, I'm done. I got too much going on. All I'm trying to tell you is this, man. When we look at boxing, we baby these guys and they never, ever, ever show up. That's the problem. They never show up. Do you guys realize Richardson Hitchens was a really good fighter in the amateurs? He hasn't been anything like we thought he would be. Jermaine Ortiz was a really good young amateur. He hasn't been anything like we thought he was going to be. I think Insane is on to something. I think what we're doing is we babying these dudes to death, and they never ever turn out. It's just that simple. Think about it. How the hell did Abdullah Mason look when he fought Sam Notes? Sam Notes ain't no monster. Sam Notes gave him hell. Did he beat him? Of course. But that's not how you're supposed to look against Sam Notes. So I think there is some truth to it. We baby these guys so much that we're not getting the right fights. We're not getting. It's not maybe. We're not getting. That's just my opinion, man. And if you think about it, what fight do you ever really see guys try to challenge themselves? We seen Big Baby Anderson go in there with Bacoli, got beat dead. I don't know, Praj. I think we came on to something. Shout out to the STN, man. You know, we got our LDC brother Insane here. But yeah. Bro, I think we on to something, man. I think a lot of dudes is just overrated, bro. They just overrated. It's just that simple, bro. They're overrated. I'm gonna tell you this, because everybody think I can't be unbiased. I think at times Tio's overrated. Because I think Tio fought Loma at a great time. I think the Josh Taylor that he beat was half dead, and that's why he looked terrific. So when he get in there with a guy like Shakur, who's his age, ready and game, he didn't look as good. But guess what? When he beat Ryan Garcia, they're going to say, oh, he's this and that. But then he'll probably lose to them. It just goes back to the fact of you got to challenge yourself young, or you will never be what you're supposed to be in any sport. It's just that simple. That's what made the greats the greats. I think, what's his name? Wilfred Benitez? What was it?
Wilfred Benitez.
Wilfred Benitez was 21. Sugar Ray Leonard was 23. What are we talking about?
Mike was dub one.
These dudes. What's my man?
Matter of fact, was he a dub?
Mosley Tume is 21. The fact is, we got a bunch of old.
Abdullah is how old is Abdullah?
He's 22.
There you go.
We got to get dudes in there young, man. And back to what I was saying about my brother Jaleel Hackett.
Nah, you're not gonna issue on that Sam Notes fight. Though Sam Notes was tough as hell, bro.
Let me do this before I get this out. The thing that got us so excited about Jaleel is what? That as a pup, his first fight was a 10-round fight with a dude who gave Conor Ben hell. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Put your money on it if you want to be smart. Regis Prograde is gonna stop Conor Ben. Y'all heard it here first. Regis Prograde is gonna stop Conor Ben.
That's crazy.
I second that. And I think Tio gonna whoop skin off of Ryan Garcia.
He gonna beat Ryan dead.
I respect your bold prediction, but that's all it's gonna be, a bold prediction. It ain't gonna come true.
Free. Conor Ben is ass, bro. You know that. He's horrible. He's horrible.
Might not be a level or B level fighter. But the thing is, we just saw Regis Prograde in a battle with
JoJo
Diaz. Conor Ben is not a JoJo Diaz. He's much better than JoJo Diaz at this point in time.
No, when was he? No, hold on. That's not right.
No, listen.
He's not better than JoJo.
If you let him finish.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about what JoJo has achieved throughout his career. I'm talking about this point in time in his career. Conor Ben is better than JoJo Diaz. You got to remember, Regis Prograde was fighting at a weight class he had never fought at before. Regis Prograde has never fought past 140 pounds. He's moving all the way up to 150. He's fighting at a catchweight at 150. Conor Ben is coming down to fight at 150. Conor Ben is going to be the bigger, stronger, more active fighter. Conor Ben is still the bigger guy. Regis Prograde, he's a good fighter, but he's a C-level fighter at best. He might be D-level at this point.
No.
That's crazy.
No, he's not. That's cap. That's cap.
D3?
He is a
D-level
fighter at 140. He was a legitimate 140-pound fighter. Go ahead.
I'm talking about at this point in time in his career. Regis Prograde is not a top-level guy. He's a gatekeeper right now. That's why they put him out there with daggone Conor Ben. He's a gatekeeper. He's a D level fighter right now. No, who at 140 do you
Not
think
D level D free. That's tough. I'll give him a C at least.
No, you can say whatever you want. This is what I'm giving him. Who do you got him beating at 140? Nobody. Who do you got him beating
He's
at
old,
140?
Free. He's old.
Probably nobody.
No, Free, he's old. He's old, man. There was a time, I'm going to tell you this. There was a time I seen Regis Prograde punk Tank Davis. He punked him. He punked him.
Yeah.
He said, no, this is what Regis said. Regis said, fight me at 140. You know I'm a 140-pound fighter. Fight me at 140. We never heard Tank call him a B. We never heard Tank even say his name again.
One point in time in his career, not right now. Regis Prograde gets knocked out in the 3rd round against Tank Davis right now.
Maybe right now, but
I don't agree because Old Girl
Regis
Chin
is
stood up
stopping
through the
kinda
first
big.
round. I don't agree with that D Free because Old Girl Chin stood up through the first round, so I don't think Tank got it in him no more. And if her chin can hold up, I know Regis' chin can hold up for sure.
Man, Regis ain't holding up to nothing. He couldn't hold up to JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, JoJo was putting some leather on him, bro.
Beat JoJo.
Yeah,
Hold
he
on.
did.
Don't act like JoJo wasn't that dude at 130. JoJo was that guy at 130, bro.
What was the scorecard on the JoJo Diaz fight?
I don't have them in front of me. What are they, Prize?
You won by a split decision.
Who, JoJo did or Regis did?
Regis.
I ain't gonna lie. That looked like that grudge match BS we seen on Misfits with Deontay Wilder and Ward the Sword.
No, do you realize JoJo Diaz
92, 98, 92, 96, 94, 96, 94. For
you realize JoJo Diaz has only won one fight out of his last 7? And he was battling with Regis Prograde.
it was a unanimous decision for
But every fight is not the same though, and every fighter is not gonna fight this fighter the same. Styles make fights, so just
He's
because
about to crush Conor Ben.
and Regis said he feel good too and saying because you know he said
yeah,
He feel good. He ain't gonna say he feel bad at 150. Of course he's gonna say he feel good. What fighter you know fighting at a weight class? I don't feel good.
Y'all know what time the fights come on? Or they come on early? Because it's in
So what, 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. No, 2
yeah,
p.m.
I'm not even gonna see the fight because I'm going to the fights.
2 p.m.
Regis Prograde I will be surprised if Regis Prograde make it past 6.
Don't isn't there some more fights come on tonight though?
I think so.
So how much you putting on this, Free? You talking big and bad. How much you putting on this with Free? Or I mean with Conor Ben, since you kind of like Conor Ben now. How much cheese you putting on that? On this Regis versus Conor Ben fight. I'm about to get some
is that
cake.
real? Is he really carrier? He's the plus 940.
Yeah, I'm about to make some cake, man. He about to stop this dude.
What up, Duck?
I'm not betting anything on it because there's no money for me to win. I will be betting on Conor Ben.
Conor Ben.
I would have to make a parlay. I would have to put a parlay together in order to win money. Conor Ben is too big of a favorite. I'm not putting no money on Regis.
I'm just telling you, man.
I honestly don't think Conor Ben is that good. I don't
He's
think he's
trash,
good like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's that
He's
good.
trash.
I don't like
I
Conor
think what he
Ben. I
did
don't
in his
think
last
I don't
fight,
either, Crush.
Crush, he's not his dad.
What level of fighter you say Conor Ben is?
Say one more time.
Let me say this real quick, Free.
He's a C.
You know that's not Nigel. I don't know if Free knows this. It's not Nigel Ben that's fighting. It's Conor Ben.
Yeah,
you might be thinking about his father.
I don't care what you said, Leo. You just said a C-level fighter is Conor Ben.
C plus C. Yeah, I think he's.
And this C-level is about to be the guy that you said is a C-level.
Okay.
I don't think Regis Prograde is a C-level. I think Conor Ben is a C-level, but I think Regis Prograde at this point in time, I think y'all looking at the whole overall picture. I'm talking about at this current moment, Regis Prograde is a D-level fighter at this current moment.
Can I say something real fast?
I'm not gonna put him that. I'm not gonna put him that low. That's cool.
my thing is this: you're judging Regis off his last fight. I don't know if Regis was into the last fight that he was in, but I know he still won. Right? The thing is, Regis is Regis can fight. Regis definitely can fight. Everybody's not Devin Haney, and Conor Ben is definitely not Devin Haney. So Conor don't have those type of skills that Haney has to you know what I'm saying, equalize or do what he did to Regis Prograis. And that little dude from Louisiana, I think he gonna put hands and feet on this Brit. Like honestly, I think he gonna put hands and feet on it.
You betting on Regis as well?
Am I betting on Regis?
Yeah.
I don't know why you so low, man. Let me throw this on my card real fast. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, Regis is going to knock him out, man. What are you talking about, Free?
Regis Prograis is going to get stopped. Yes, Conor Ben is not Devin Haney.
I could see that too, though, Free. So I'm not gonna argue with you.
Never thought he was. But what Conor Ben does, he overwhelms his opponent. Regis doesn't have good footwork. Regis doesn't have a great jab. Regis doesn't have great boxing moves. Regis don't even have great defense. Regis Prograis is going to get overwhelmed. He's going to get beat up and stopped. Watch what I tell you.
Dude, Conor Ben is ass.
Yeah, I kind of feel he is though, but I kind of feel what D Free saying on that though, because I feel like he ain't gonna make it based off his last fight. That's all I can judge you by is your last fight. And JoJo, what Carrier said, he can't crack an egg. You know what I mean? He had that nigga bobbling all over the place, bro.
So are we saying that Conor Ben has better skills than JoJo Diaz? Are we saying that?
That's what
No, I'm saying he has better feet than Regis Prograis.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. I don't know.
He got better feet than Regis Prograis. See, y'all looking at Regis Prograis' career. I'm looking at Regis Prograis right now.
But every fight.
They got hold on. They got Regis at plus 1020.
Yeah,
whoa.
Plus, no, did you not hear? Plus, that means he's the underdog.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to win some cheese, man. You about to stop this dude.
No, I guarantee you gonna be sitting here going, "Dang, hey, I gotta agree. Puerto Rico Free was right again."
I like the Puerto Rican. That's my guy, but he tripping, man.
No,
we got this.
Like I told you, the dad was the back of the door. I said, dad gonna teach him is not gonna make it past 6 rounds. What happened? He got stopped in the 6th round.
Yeah,
man, they stopped it too early.
I knew that was gonna happen, bro. Because how you gonna get past that? The dude dunking without even jumping. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But yeah, hey, Free, I got Regis on this one, man. I got Regis, bro, for sure.
So wait, if you put $10 on Regis, you get back 100.
You can make 102, man.
So what if I put 100 on him? I get back 1,000.
1,000.
Yep.
Really?
All the money y'all put on Regis, y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna like, "Damn, I lost that." Y'all put him in a parlay.
I wouldn't do it.
Y'all better hope that y'all got more money on a single fight, or y'all got another parlay with Regis not on it, because that parlay.
Hey, remember they had Devin Haney as the underdog, and you see how that worked out.
I would say the best odds that you have for Regis Prograis, the best odds that you have is saying Regis will make it the distance. You would say this fight will go the distance. That's the best odds you got. But to say Regis win, no, you're not gonna win that bet. Your best odds is to say this fight will go the distance.
Didn't they just have Wilder as the underdog too? Did they just have Wilder as the underdog?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, pick the underdog. The underdog been winning lately. They had Haney as
No,
an underdog.
I won money on Wilder. Wilder was the underdog. I thought Wilder was going to win. I won money on Wilder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So bet the underdog because
I thought Wilder was going to win. I don't think Regis was going to win.
Based on what? Based on finding a dude that was drained?
No, based on
he did look pretty drained though. I ain't gonna lie.
What I see in a fighter, what I see in the fighter. That's why a lot of times I win my prediction, because based off of what I see in the fighter is what I made my prediction. Not what they've done over their career. What I look at when I'm looking at them on film. What I look at and I say, you know what? I don't think this guy got it. Or you know what? This guy's going to surprise a lot of people. That's what I base it off of.
But Free, can I ask you a question? What was the guy's name that Conor Ben just fought?
That Conor Ben just fought?
Yeah, the son of the legend. What was his name?
Chris Eubanks? Chris Eubanks?
Okay, is Chris Eubanks even like that?
No.
Didn't he have like 5 losses?
No, he's better than Regis.
So you're telling me
I
that
don't
Chris
know.
Eubanks is better than Regis Prograde?
I don't know.
No.
On
No.
what planet? On what planet?
I don't think so.
That's hate.
No.
Regis had a nice little run, man.
I don't care what y'all believe. You ask me, do I believe? I believe he's better than Regis Prograde. I believe, yes, Regis Prograde went on a nice little run. Regis Prograde has done more in his career. But you're talking about right now. Chris Eubanks is better than Regis Prograde right now. Not what they've done in their career.
Eubanks is a bum.
No, he is. I'm not saying that he's not. I think Regis Prograde is a bum right now.
So did that bum not beat Conor
Regis.
Ben? So did the bum
That's
beat
a
Conor
good
Ben?
point. That's a good point. Eubanks, he ain't never been no champion, I don't think.
No,
but did the bum beat Conor Ben?
I'm not basing what he's done in his career. I'm talking about right now. Y'all keep looking at the career. I'm not looking at the career. I'm talking
But I think that's the question they asked you, though. Who was a
No,
better
Free,
fighter?
Overall.
Overall.
No, he didn't ask me overall. He said, is Regis Prograde a better fighter than Chris Eubanks? I said, no, because I'm talking about right now. If you say, does Regis Prograde has a better career than Chris Eubanks? Yeah, he did. He had a better career.
But Free, you never answered my question. Free, you never answered my question.
He's a 3-time IBO champ. That's crazy.
Didn't that bum just beat Conor Ben? Didn't that bum beat Conor Ben?
The first time, yes.
So the bum beat Conor Ben, right? When he was hydrated. So you got beat by a hydrated bum. Now Regis is moving up, so he don't have to deplete himself.
Hold on. He didn't
Go
say
ahead.
he was dehydrated in the first fight. He said he was dehydrated in the second fight.
Yeah, but I'm saying, let me replay what I just said. I said, so when the dude was hydrated, Conor Ben got whooped by that bum. So when he was depleted, that's when Conor Ben whooped the bum.
I wouldn't say he got whooped. I wouldn't say he got whooped, but he did edge out the fight. If you go back and look at that fight, Conor Ben hurt Chris Eubanks multiple times in that fight. The back half of that fight.
But you didn't still lose to a bum, though. But you still lost to a bum at the end of the day.
That's irrelevant. What I'm talking about is Chris Eubanks is better than Regis Prograde. That's irrelevant whether he
by what metrics?
Chris Eubanks or not, because Chris Eubanks is better than Regis Prograde. That's irrelevant.
By what metrics are you using to say that he's better than Regis Prograde? What metrics?
Based off of what I see them in the ring right now, Chris Eubanks is a better fighter than Regis Prograde. You never want to change my mind off of that. Now, Regis career, yes, Regis Prograde had a better career. But we're talking about right now, if these guys were to fight, Chris Eubanks is a better fighter. He will win.
Regis just won his last fight. Eubanks lost his last fight. What we talking about?
We're talking about his last fight. That's not Regis versus Chris Eubanks.
You're only good as your last fight, like Price said.
No, I am not. You asked me between these two fighters. You're talking about now who Regis fought previously. You asked me between Chris Eubanks and Regis Prograde. Don't move the goalposts. Stay on these
I'm not. I'm not, brother. I was saying their last performance.
You don't need to add anybody else in the equation. You said based off of these two guys. Based off of these two guys, who do I believe is a better fighter?
Yeah.
At this point in time in their career, it's Chris Eubanks. He has better footwork. He has a better jab. He has better boxing ability. He has better defense. Regis does not have footwork. Regis does not have a jab. Regis does not have boxing ability. And Regis gets hit way too much in his fight.
But he's a 2-time world WBC world champion, though.
You're still talking about his career. Once again, we're talking about right now, today. He's not a 2-time nothing today. He's a former 2-time.
I understand, but what I'm telling you is you're only as good as your last performance, correct? That's what Price just said, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what Price just said. You're talking to D3, not Price.
I base you off your last fight.
On top of what I'm talking about.
Okay. So Free, can I ask you this question? Is that your humble opinion, right? That's your humble opinion, correct?
Yes, and it's not going to change.
Well, my opinion is that Regis is better than that bum Chris Eubanks. BVO, what's your opinion on that?
I think you better than that.
Free, what's your opinion? I mean, not Free, Prize, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I think he's better. Eubanks was not. He was weak to me, bro.
Now we just speaking on opinions.
Okay, and I said my opinion is not going to change. You asked
Okay,
me
now let's talk
how
about
do I
facts.
believe that, and I just gave up all the reason why my opinion is the way it is.
Okay.
You didn't give me any reason why your opinion is the way it is.
Okay, well, let me tell you what my opinion is, and my opinion is on facts. Regis just won his last fight. Regis fought the better competition. Not no time have I seen Regis Prograis completely get beat up the way, or I seen him get beat up by Devin Haney. But when Regis Prograis fought the best fighter in that division, that fighter kind of edged out a win, which can really go both ways. Which was the guy that Teofimo beat, was the guy ended up being undisputed, right? So we seen Regis in fights with real fighters.
Yeah, he's
Not
Regis around
bums like
time versus
Conor
Joshua.
Ben
That's a good point.
and act up. The only fight we seen Regis get dominated in was the Devin Haney fight. And I can go back to 6 or 7 Chris Eubanks fight and say, well, hey, man, I seen that dude get dominated. That's what I'm basing it off of. Now, those are the facts.
Based off of what you're saying is you're not comparing Conor Ben to Regis Prograis. You're comparing Regis Prograis to Eubanks. That has nothing to do with it because he beat Eubanks. Now,
No, that's what we're talking about.
If you want to compare Chris Eubanks to Jojo Diaz, then that's a different topic. Because you're talking about who Conor Ben fought previously. You're talking about who Regis fought previously. We're not talking about Conor Ben and Regis, the ones that's fighting. We're talking about a guy that's not fighting Regis Prograis and a guy that's not fighting Conor Ben.
Correct.
You're talking about Jojo Diaz and Chris Eubanks. Both of those guys got to win over them. Both of them got to win over their last opponent.
Okay, no, that's what I was talking about from the beginning. Free, you still there? Because I don't know if it went out.
I'm here.
Free, you still there? Okay, there you go. No, what I was saying was Conor Ben fights bums, and he got beat by a bum. In your estimation, that Eubanks is a bum. He's not good. So what I'm saying is I only seen Regis get beat by the top of the top, and I think Conor Ben is a bum. He looked good beating up a bum, but when you fight some competition, which I've never seen him fight before, I don't know how you're going to react. I think Ryan Garcia can beat Conor Ben in all reality.
So, once again, you got Regis Prograis winning against Conor Ben tonight?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, we want to talk about this same topic at the end of the fight, and I guarantee you that you was right.
No problem.
I guarantee you, you're going to feel like you was right, because you're looking at something that has nothing to do with the fight. Has nothing to do with the fight.
I'm looking at a guy that only looks good on PEDs. Well, my bad, eggs. On eggs, I'm talking.
I'm going to tell you why that has nothing to do with the fight. Who fought better competition? Who fought better competition? Earl Spence or Bud Crawford?
Bud Crawford.
Before they fought.
Okay, now when you say better competition or bigger names, because your name can be big and you can't be that good of a competition.
Before they fought. I didn't say nothing about names. I said who fought better competition before they fought. Earl Spence or Bud Crawford?
I can't answer that question honestly. I can't answer that question.
I know why you can't answer the question, because it goes against what you were saying.
No. Free, I can be honest. Free, let me be honest. Because, Nick, I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm being honest with you. I don't know.
So, okay, since you don't know, let's break it down. Let's break it down since you don't know.
I think they both fought good competition at the time. I don't think you can compare who was better.
I don't need you to be politically correct, Bob. Let's break it down. Who was a better fight? Danny Garcia or Ndongo? Who's a better fighter?
Free.
Ndongo.
I can only tell you one of them.
Crazy.
I can only tell you one of them.
Ndongo ain't better than no damn Danny Garcia. We're not doing that.
Hold on, wait. Free. I can only tell you about one of them because I don't know the other one. When I tell you I don't know, I'm telling you I don't know.
Hey, I mean, if you don't know Ndongo, that tells you all you need to know right there. You would say no.
I always tell you guys I'm a basketball, football dude, and boxing is third for me.
Who's a better fighter, Lamont Peterson or Breeders Prescott?
Lamont Peterson.
Breeders Prescott.
Man, y'all up here. I'm about to get off. Y'all go to bed. Breeders Prescott ain't they got one fight.
You pickle pulling, man.
Y'all tripping.
He was a champion, bro.
I don't give a damn about that. He ain't better than no Lamont Peterson. And Dongo
Lamar
ain't
was
better than
getting
no
beat
Danny
dead.
Garcia.
Oh my God, Lamar was getting beat dead.
Man, y'all crazy as
I
hell,
see the
man.
dude beat the beard off of Lamar
So
Peterson.
what?
You see what Tim Bradley did to Lamar?
Did you see what Shakur did to your man?
Did you see what Tim Bradley did to Lamar? Did you see what Tim Bradley did?
Man, it was a good fight, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh no, that was a beatdown. That wasn't no fight. That was a
Man.
beatdown. But I'll say this, man. I'll say this. I'm just having fun.
I know, Carrier. They tripping.
Prescott is not better than than Lamar Peterson. I was just having some fun with Pride. But I will say this: I seen Tim Bradley kick his ass. That's what I seen. I seen Tim Bradley kick his ass early. I mean, he probably had to wipe his boots off. He had some mud on his shoes. Where am I wrong, Crush? Tim Bradley beat the hell out of Lamar Peterson. I don't know what Pride is talking about. I don't know if can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'll just say this, man. I like how Pride tried to pull that as if he didn't see Tim Bradley the little chubby Ninja Turtle y'all talk about.
Man, but you asked me. He asked a question. He asked a question. He said, "Is greatest Prescott better than Lamont Peterson?" Is crazy.
Dead or not?
So what? He lost the fight. He lost the fight. So what? That's
Tim
what's wrong with y'all
Bradley,
niggas.
fighter, man.
Okay.
But I get it, man.
He lost to he lost to Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is pretty solid Hall of Famer, right?
So let me ask you this:
no hate in that, no shame in that.
So why is Julius Ndongo not better than Danny Garcia? And Danny wasn't never unified.
Man, Danny 140 run was better than anything that Julius Ndongo's ever done in the sport of boxing.
Unified.
Man, how you worried about unified? Look at who Danny Garcia beat on his run.
Danny was Ring Magazine champion and he was IBF champion. That was it.
He had a WBC.
Oh, my bad. WBC champion. My bad.
If you want to talk about belts, Danny Garcia's career is 10 times better than some damn Julius Ndongo.
We didn't say no career.
He's a better fighter. Next. Danny would have smoked him at 140.
You a homer, man. You a homer.
Lucas Matiste would have whooped Ndongo.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Lucas the Machine Matisse was on a crazy run and Danny whooped his ass. Stop playing around like you don't know boxing.
He was asleep when I seen him fight.
Man, come on, man.
Danny had his eyes shut. I don't know about that.
Matt Bull, the last fight we went to, Danny Garcia was
I bet
front
Tim
row.
Bradley beat Danny Garcia at 140.
I mean, that's a good fight. That's your opinion.
I bet you that. I bet you Tim Bradley will smash him at 140.
We get caught up in the present time and mix it up with past. We see what they did, and then we see what they're doing now. We say, "Oh, that was just a bad fight." No, it's not a bad fight. The guy is done now. We've seen him look bad. He looked worse and worse every single fight moving forward.
Yeah, Danny did look worse and worse. He really did.
Fight. You saw the downslout of Regis Fogel. Yes, he was able to conquer a championship again, but he's never looked the same that he looked before he fought Josh Kelly. Regis Fogel and BBO. I know you're not sitting here talking about Regis Fogel because you told all of us Regis Fogel is just a punching bag.
No, but he about to smash kind of big.
Was a better version of Matias, or did you say worse version of Matias? One of the two.
No, he's a better version of Matias. He don't just get hit, but he'll punch him back.
Regis Fogel is not that good, and this is when Devin Haney fought him. You was like, man, Regis Fogel, he's just not that good.
Because he had started looking bad. It wasn't about me not liking him. He just started looking bad.
No. Like I said, you said he is not that good. He's just a punching bag. Now, all of a sudden, because you want to act like Regis Fogel is a wall beater. Regis Fogel is not the dude he once was. He's just not. And I understand y'all like the individual. I like Regis Fogel too. But I'm not going to sit here and act like this man is not the same guy.
Now that I'll agree with.
He's a sick Negro. I like Deontay Wilder. I support Deontay Wilder every fight he ever put on. But he is not the same guy anymore.
Yeah.
Can I say this though, Free?
I agree with that.
Can I say this?
There's nothing wrong with just admitting what it is.
Free, can I say this? Free, can I say this real quick?
You out of order.
Just say, Free, you out of order.
Hey, you can call me out of order all you want.
You out of order, man.
I'm only out of order when I speak the facts.
I put it like this, man. That's why I love Free. The Puerto Rican do be right sometimes. I think in this case, I think his boy Conor Ben is getting stopped. I just think his boy Conor Ben is going to bed, and he should get some pillows for him. That's just my opinion.
You know what I noticed? I noticed with you as of late, and it's not the fact that you think that Conor Ben can lose, or you think we just can win. What I noticed from you, BBO, and everybody, if you pay attention to BBO, you'll notice it as well. BBO likes to bet on the underdog, so he could say, "Hey, I told y'all I was the one that picked him."
No, that ain't true.
Wow.
That's not true. That ain't true. When I picked T.O., y'all said, "Oh, Josh Taylor's going to kill him." Y'all told me.
And once again, T.O. was the underdog.
Hold on. When y'all told me Brian Norman was going to kill Devin Haney, I said I got Devin Haney.
Y'all was confident about that fight.
I never said that. My thing was, I was like, y'all gonna be surprised. Devin Haney's gonna surprise a lot of people.
But, I mean,
Go listen to my audio.
But if I can remember correctly, going into that fight, Devin Haney was the underdog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, Devin was underdog.
Yep.
You like picking the underdog.
Hold on. I'm gonna put it like this though. I'm gonna take this back. I'm gonna take that back, Carrier. My number one powerful pound is Dimitri Bivol. That's my number one powerful pound. That's my powerful pound. It's not Ja Obatai. Not yet. It's Dimitri Bivol, a kid.
Wait, whoa, bro. Why you switch up, bro? You was just the biggest Ja Obatai fan
I'm still the biggest Ja Obatai fan. I'm just saying, I think Dimitri Bivol has done more.
But since when?
Listen, he beat Zurdo, unified champion. He beat Beterbiev, unified champion. He beat the undisputed Canelo Alvarez. So for me, who got a better 3 wins than that? Nobody in boxing. Not Inoue, not Usyk, not Bam, not Shakur. Nobody got a better 3 wins than that.
I'm gonna say Usyk has it.
What 3 fighters he beat better than Zurdo, Beterbiev, and Canelo?
The Gypsy Fiend was one of them. Anthony Joshua is another one.
Who did he ever fight?
Do you know who those guys are? Do you know who Tyson Fury is?
Hold on. Who did Tyson Fury ever fight other than Deontay Wilder, bro? And an old Klitschko. Who did he ever fight?
Those are 2 names right there you put out there. I'm not gonna overlook the names because you said, "Oh, besides these guys." No, I'm gonna point right to those guys. Right. So you put Zurdo at, let's just say 6'3", 6'6", let's say 6'6", 6'7". He beat Tyson Fury?
Can he beat Tyson Fury? No, I'll say this.
He beats Anthony Joshua?
See, you going to a different thing.
No. You asked the question.
Are you saying that?
Go ahead.
You got Fury, you got AJ. What's the 3rd win that's better than Bivol's 3 wins?
I was about to say Dillian White. I promise you, I was just about to say Dillian White.
You saying Dillian White? Okay.
So I was about to say Dillian White, but what's the boy name that put the gash on his eye? What's the boy name that put the gash on Tyson Fury?
Otto Wallin.
Otto Wallin.
I see Otto Wallin get beat dead by Derek Desor. You would have been better saying Triple D than saying that bum.
Yeah.
But I'll say
that's crazy insane.
I'm just saying, no. I like Otto Wallin. That's the only reason why I said Otto Wallin. I like him.
Otto Wallin was garbage.
He's garbage, man.
I still like him, but you ask, I
still like him. You just like the nigga. He garbage.
Hey, the dude that eat 5 guys and smoke hookah and drink beer all day, Cesar beat him dead.
Okay, so what I'm saying, so Triple D, let's say Triple D, because I heard somebody say Triple D. He beat blood out of Triple D twice. That's not a good heavyweight?
Well, that's a good one. If you said that, that's different. But I'll say this. If we're talking about in real life, recent times, think about it. He beat Canelo and he beat Zurdo back to back. Oops. Did I bring that up?
Canelo just lost to a welterweight.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He lost to a welterweight.
No, he didn't. He lost up to a weight bully who came to 168.
No.
Really wasn't a light heavyweight all this time.
No. He
He
got
lost
more
to the
fights.
doggone weight, Bully.
He got more fights than Bud. He fought better competition than Bud. Canelo Alvarez have, bro. Canelo Alvarez stepped in there in the likes of Floyd Mayweather and things like that.
So this what you telling me. This what you telling me. If they don't got waves in the beard, you don't root for them, right?
He just told you he like Otto Wally.
No, he just said that.
If they ain't got dreads, S curl or waves or a bald head, I don't go with him. Since you want to go there, always some corn.
So if he ain't a brother, no, only brothers can be on your list. I just wanted to bring that out.
If they don't eat bean pies, I ain't messing with them. Brother.
that boy is stone cold. That boy is stone cold racist, man. You gotta watch his saying. That brother's stone cold racist, man. He said, "What's Canelo best win at 68?" Caleb Plant. No, his best win at 68 probably be for me, Billy Joe Saunders. Because Billy Joe Saunders was undefeated. Everybody was scared of this dude.
Billy Ho be ducking.
Huh?
Billy Ho was ducking out there.
What did he duck?
Demetrius Andrade.
Who is that?
The guy he ducked.
Never heard of him. But moving on. You bringing up dudes we never even heard of.
You bringing up Billy Ho. You tripping. I'm man.
You gotta get off the gas, dude.
Man, you gotta get on some gas to calm yourself, to calm you down. You need to go by the smoke shop and see what the new pre-rolls they got.
I'll put it like this. Shout out to Prize, man.
Jesus.
And that what's that? That K2, man. That K2 is on his head. It's on his helmet. It's on his helmet, dog.
Nobody don't even know. You can't even. Can you still even buy that?
You probably bought it all.
I'm gonna tell you, you can make a lot of money off of it. That's all I'm gonna say in certain places. But anyway.
All I say is this: I don't know what he's talking about, but I say, you know what? I'll put it like this: when I listen to Prize talk about fighters, it's always such a precious cake way of looking at it. It's never what really happens. Like you talk about Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia lost all his big fights.
That's not true.
He did. What big fight did he win?
The Lucas Matisse was a big fight. He won that.
That wasn't no big. Stop it, bro. That wasn't no big fight.
How wasn't it? Everybody thought Danny was gonna get beat up, and he was losing until he slumped him.
Danny
That's a big win.
His head whipped.
And then he turned around and whipped Bull Asha.
I see Danny is the king of catching dudes because I seen Amir Khan whooping his ass.
Man, and what happened to Amir Khan?
He got caught.
He got put to bed.
He was beating the beans and rice off of Danny Garcia.
And then he spun that nigga Amir Khan around when he
Amir Khan just got caught. King Kong.
I knock Amir Khan out.
Amir Khan was a I don't care. He asked me what big fight has he won. He said he lost all his big fights. I'm telling you, them 2 fights were big fights.
Sean Porter whooped his ass. Sean Porter whooped his ass.
BBO, you don't think I'll put this 208 on Amir Khan chin and he'd be up out of there?
You heavy, so maybe so. But I'm talking about back when he was Amir King Kong with his dad. That was my guy.
Yeah, Eric Morales was a little old, but yeah.
Hey, 2011. I don't know if y'all might be too young to remember my man Amir King Kong. He was beating brothers dead.
And then Danny Garcia spun him around.
He was whooping Danny's ass the whole fight. What are you talking about?
And then Danny stopped him.
Did you go back and look at the cards?
You know what?
Yeah, Brandy got a song. It's called "Almost Doesn't Count."
Yeah.
So he almost won and got knocked out.
Yeah.
That was a platinum song. Almost doesn't count. BVO.
Hey.
It don't.
I'm put like this, man. For one, y'all just hate on the brothers. For one,
man, get out of here.
That's what y'all do. Y'all
I was just straight defending the Puerto Rican.
For nothing but the brothers.
Ooh,
you gotta make your mind up.
Hold on. I'm with the brothers every day, all day. I'm not like you. See, you a turncoat. You pick and choose. I just go with the best. Amir Khan went in there and was dominating Danny Garcia, and Danny caught him. That's it.
Brother, you was the same one that forgave Tio before he even apologized. You cried
Get
when
out of
you
here.
met that man. I believe Miss BVO when she says, hey, he cried when he seen that man. Any Hispanic fighter out there, Latin fighter, they can fight. And if they fighting a brother, BVO is going to go for him. This man could be a founding member of the Nation of Islam, and he's fighting a Hispanic. BVO is going for him, no matter what.
Hey, did we see Zab Judah beating the hell out of Danny, and Danny just was younger and won? Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop playing like Danny was that guy. He was never that guy. Never.
Danny was beating Zab up except for the last 4 rounds.
What was Zab doing to him? Zab was kicking his ass.
Zab got to him in the last.
Did your TV go off? Did your TV go off at the end of the fight?
He won 4 rounds.
Oh my God.
It was 8-4.
I seen Baltimore dominate Zab. I guarantee you Baltimore will probably beat Danny Garcia.
Stop, BVO. You know what? Go to bed. Go back to bed.
All I know, somehow, y'all just went from having Danny Garcia stop Amir Khan, and BVO said he was whooping him, and then Pryor said until he got stopped. And then BVO said, I remember when Danny was whooping Zab Judah until he got beat. Y'all just switched our whole thing. Y'all was fucking opposite.
That's BVO all over the place.
All the opposite side. I'm like, oh, y'all be tripping.
That's BVO all over the place.
Just say it, Pryor. Just admit that you don't like you going for the Puerto Rican because he's from your area. That's it.
I'm going by what he accomplished in the ring.
Because Puerto Rican. We know you a homer.
I'm going by what that man beat Lucas Matisse. His 140 run was really, really good, BVO. Maybe you need to go back and check about that run.
It wasn't as good as Josh Taylor's.
No, that was the best version of Danny Garcia at 140. That was the best version of Danny Garcia.
Yeah, 140 was the best because at 147, all he did was get his ass kicked.
Danny Garcia was considered one of those guys when he beat Matisse. And I don't know where BVO was at, but that fight with Matisse was a big fight.
And a big favorite.
Was it bigger than Sean Porter? No. Was it bigger than Errol Spence? No.
Well, the time moved on.
Hold on. You're talking about different time frames. You're talking about at that time when Danny Garcia fought Matisse, that was a big fight. When he fought Sean Porter, that was a big fight as well. You're saying it wasn't a bigger fight than that person. No. The problem is he fought both of them. But
you know what I'll say to that?
Was a big fight.
That's what I'll say to that. Shout out to my man Free, always giving extra credit to guys. Shout out to Prize, always giving extra credit to guys. At the end of the day, y'all can say what y'all want. I like to see the best fight the best. It don't matter who win to me. I don't care. I don't want to see dudes bleeding. I want to see dudes' eyes all over the place. I want to see dudes barely walking out the ring. That's what I want to see. I want to see dudes in there getting hurt. That's why we watch it. It's the hurt business.
But BVO, that's not the truth, brother, because you want to see Hispanics beat on blacks and Hispanics beat on everything else. You want to see Hispanics win every fight.
Hold on.
This is a fact.
Hold on. You a pickle puller.
Okay.
BVO, where did I lie at? Price, tell me where I lied at, Price.
You a pickle puller. You got shot in the eyes. You a pickle puller, man.
You got shot in the eyes.
Can anybody tell me where did I lie?
Oh, we're going to shoot him in the eyes again.
Why they do that to that old man?
We shoot you in the eyes, man. You a pickle puller, man.
If somebody would have did that to my grandpa, we would have rumbled.
You would have did nothing. Because I ain't gonna lie. One thing about Pride, this is all Pride care about.
I'm ready for that full cheese Whopper.
That's Pride, man. He ready for that full cheese.
I'm going out tonight. I'm stepping tonight.
Don't get
I'm gonna send you some pictures from ringside.
Hey, I put like this. Just don't do it like my man Insane. Get shot in the eye.
BVO, can I ask you a question, BVO, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
When Canelo Alvarez was going to get, I know for sure you picked Canelo Alvarez, correct?
Over who?
Over Bud Crawford.
And so let me ask, what's wrong with the blacks?
I asked the question again. Wow. Did you pick Canelo Alvarez to beat Bud Crawford?
You speak very well and you're black. How did that happen?
That's all I asked.
One more time. Did you pick Bud Crawford? Did you pick Canelo Alvarez to beat Bud Crawford? Yes or no?
What do the blacks want from the whites? When will enough be enough?
to take some blame in this ourselves. As black people, we can't sit around waiting for white people to do for us what we should be doing for ourselves. And our failure to do this is our fault. White folk have done bad by us in the past. Yes, that is true. And they do some bad by us today. But if we did better by ourselves today, we could help to reconcile this difference.
That's all I can tell you.
That's understandable. That's understandable. And to the first question, we just want equality. That's it. The second one, he was right. But you just, since I answered those questions, I need you to answer this question. Who did you pick, Canelo Alvarez or Bud Crawford?
Nigga, keep God in your life.
That's all I can tell you, man. That's all I can tell you, man.
Look, the man
gotta know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
You said I'm ducking?
You ducking like
by that? What do you mean by that? That I'm ducking?
You're ducking the question that I'm asking, bro.
I just answered it.
What a mess.
That's all I can tell you, man. Because one thing about me is this, man.
I really bury motherfuckers.
So that's just me,
I don't
man.
know where it's at. All right, time to go. I got stuff
On that
to do
note,
today.
man, shout out to the STN, shout out to our LDC brother, man.
Yeah,
you know, even though he came over here talking crazy, we still love him. Next time we do our STN Strong, we're gonna redraft the '96 draft class, and we're gonna put Tim Duncan from Wake Forest.
Right, that'll be fun.
And I'm gonna get with Free to get the technology to do that, but we're gonna redraft Free. You know that draft stuff you be using? I want to redraft
Yeah, the
96
draft simulator joint, yeah.
Yeah, we go. And I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a lot more fun than you guys think. So make sure y'all tune in, man.
Yeah.
Y'all follow Insane. Y'all follow Free.
Yeah.
If you see me, you're gonna see my brother Prize, and we out here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.